into the semester, and I hope that you're able to take some time off to rest, relax, and reinvigorate yourself for the fall semester. And of course, that's with manager approval. That's the HR thing. Um, and so now it is my pleasure to introduce to you the most reserved and low-key faculty senate chair. There is Dr. Bill Robinson.
I am low-key. President asked me to talk about the memorial. I'm going to do that briefly. You know that even though I'm really happy that he came to us and asked the Senate to lead that effort, my concern is still with all of you, and that's my primary focus. The Memorial Committee has picked a site which I think is a really good site. It's the Hospitality Hall and the Harry Reid Center. There's outdoor trees and rocks, and it has a name, but I'm not a gardener kind of person. We should ask those folks who know. But there should be progress fairly soon on putting a temporary memorial into that site. It seems like a logical place for the permanent memorial to be. They're also working on what to do with the 3 offices in BEH, because clearly we're not going to hire some new young assistant professor and say, hey, this is your office. Don't ask us what it was used for before. I would really want those offices turned into some other kind of space, and so they're working on that as well. That committee's been great. Their time, I lied to all of them and told them, it would be a few months, and it's going to be 3 to 5 years that they're all stuck in memorial. Heck, while they're most of there'll be breaks in there, but they're going to have to do the interim, then they're going to do the design phase, then they're going to be part of the fundraising phase, I'm sure, and on through everything. So it's going to take them a while. So let me add a few things, and I want to say first that the Senate asked for the help us pay the people who are having to pay for mental health services, and I'm really grateful that the university responded. But again, it's April, and it was a long time ago that we have staff in my building who an animal walked into their office, demanded where their faculty were, demanded where their department chair was. Those folks bravely, absolutely bravely, sat there and lied to this guy about where people were and what they were doing, and then they had to listen while that guy walked down the hall and shot and killed one of their friends and then they locked their door, they hide, they have to deal with that handle being shook. Those folks expect from us a lot in terms of how we go about redoing the lives of the university. And I want to make sure we don't think that at some point we're going back to normal, if there is a normal. It has to be a new normal. We have to think about what that new normal is going to be, and not just for Beam Hall. Most of the discussion here is that we're doing this, this, and this in Beam Hall. Fine with that, but I'm the faculty Senate chair. We have issues out at Shadow Lane. We have issues all across the campus. We have security issues in the fine arts areas. We have security issues in the library. We have security issues in the student union. We have to have a standard. The campus has to have a standard of how we're going to build security into our campus, and it needs to reach across the campus and not just be, hey, we fixed, we did some stuff in Beam Hall. It's got to be universal. And how we're going to handle areas like the trailer park where the math department is, I know it's not a trailer park, but I just think of it as a trailer park. Next to Hospitality Hall, right, the other side, the low rent district on the other side of Hospitality Hall. We need to deal with those things. The offices that animal was in, they used to have panic buttons. The university took them out. They used to have deadbolts on their door that they could lock themselves. The university took those out. We know we had massive software failures in locking mechanisms on the day that this all happened. You only have to put up with me for 2.5 more months, so may never happen, but to me, we have to have physical locks on those doors that people can lock from the inside and know they're locked. Our classrooms, our offices, we need to be locked. I'm assuming we're going out and fundraising to do a lot of this. I have a friend who keeps asking me, one of my colleagues, why we haven't gone to Bill Foley and asked him to fund the lighting on campus, and that way we could have signs up all over campus that say it's the Golden Night Lights. All right, that was my best joke of the day, and I didn't even make that up, but we should have a record fundraising year, and we should be putting resources into where they need to be. The mental health stuff, we keep asking for. There's an expansion for CAPS in the budget, or at least there's money for CAPS in the enhancement budget. There needs to be a faculty CAPS that needs to go into the legislative budget. An expansion of the FAST clinic needs to have a guarantee for more than 2 years. It needs to be permanent. It needs to be state funded. Needs to be expanded. The mental health and the physical, the stuff for the police, the millions of dollars to hire new police officers, which we need. I'm not a big fan of having the yellow jackets all over campus all the time. I wish they were more targeted, but that's me. Some people love them here, some people hate them here. I wish we'd target them more. The first things on our budget to the legislature should be increases in mental health resources on campus for faculty and staff and students, increase in physical health support for faculty, staff, and students, money so that the UPD has got the resources to do what they need to do. And again, you can't talk about how great they've been. You can't overstate how great they've been. They've just been amazing, and we need to make sure that we take care of them. And we need more than the $11 million for safety enhancements that's in the current legislative request, and those need to be first. And I don't care if we don't think the legislature won't fund them. We need to go to the legislature. We need to sit in their face. We need to ask for them. And that's the way we need to deal. And I know that Dr. Brooks is probably hating me right now for saying that that's what we need to do, but we need to do that. I want to just make sure that you all understand that while we're talking about this stuff for the whole campus, the Faculty Senate's doing a whole bunch of other things. We got the workload policy committee going, updating a 20-year-old workload policy. We're working on bylaw changes. The whole campus is going to have to be involved in doing workload and bylaws next year at their individual units to update those. We're an R1 institution. We wrote that when we were not tumbleweed tech, but a lot less of an institution than we are now. And so we all need to update our policies to do that. The diversity issues are not lost on us. We continue every meeting to work on the diversity issues. We really want the university to decide what it's going to do with the diversity office, whether it's Jose or someone else, to make it permanent. What's going on in the diversity office needs to be a more coordinated campus-wide effort on diversity issues. We've seen the stuff we've gotten from the Board of Regents. We've seen just stuff going on in the universe around us, and we need to pay better attention, and we need to know what's going on with our faculty and our staff and our students, so that regardless of who you are as a human being, you feel comfortable on this campus and you feel supported on this campus, and you are part of UNLV. And we've got to be committed to that as part of this. My last thing, I keep saying my current pet phrase, which is there is no I in university. And yes, English people, it's metaphorical. Whatever we do, these are all hands meetings, are all hands for a reason. And we're not going to get where we want to be in any part of what we want to be, whether it's the security issues, the health issues, the research issues, the teaching issues, all of the issues that we have across campus. We are not going to get there unless we are all hands. We are not going to get there because some person is going to do something that's going to solve these problems for us. We have to work together The administration and the faculty and the staff and the students all have to be together, and that's how we have to make this happen. And so we all need to commit, and I tried the Battlestar Galactica thing on you guys once, and it didn't really work too well. And if you don't know what that means, go Google. But we all need to, when we're come to work in the morning, we all need to understand that we all need to be part of this. And if things are going on that the faculty and staff and students aren't getting enough input in, then we all need to stand up. And they think I'm going away in 2 months because I have things that aren't done. And even though won't be technically responsible for those things, I feel like and I just use the word I, but we need to work together. And so all those of us who are in a position where we can continue to open our mouths and continue to say something, we need to, and we all need to be together, and we need to build that tapestry, which is UNLV, together. And that's where we are, and that's where we need to be. Thanks.
Well, good morning, everybody. I am truly delighted to be here with you this morning at this all-hands meeting to wrap up this spring semester, and I'm the last speaker to kind of talk about the future of UNLV, and I want to just some of the routine business. We've talked a lot about the stuff that's specifically related to December 6th, but I want to start by sort of picking up where Bill left off with the all hands, that it takes all of us, and to say that there's no place that I would rather be than at this university and in this room here with you this morning, and for those of you watching online. You've heard President Whitfield say many times that he came to Las Vegas and fell in love with this place, and as you know, I got here a little bit earlier than he did and fell in love with this place and have decided to